Peace and wisdom, wise solace here. All praises to the horizon. Salam, shalom. Can I get a sound check, please? Shanna Taylor said, can you speak about mental illness? Sure. Let me stop messing with y'all. Let's get to this deep. I don't know why that always happens. Let me adjust. The person that asked about mental illness, can you be a little more specific in regards to what you want me to speak about? Peace and wisdom, Shania Rodriguez. You should be here. It tastes like fresh, pampered vagina. Did I say that out loud? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. Whoever laughed, so you got your healing for the day. Whoever didn't, you're sick, so it wouldn't matter. You're angry. The sperm is the spirit. The point I'm making is this. Some women like souls on their face. Did I say that out loud? I have to get my life together. Yo, here's drinking souls. Marcel Sabago. I'm not sure. Maybe you changed it. Peace and wisdom, Shania Rodriguez. A lot of people don't have sense of humor. I do. There's no need to get wise to then be angry. Most people are already angry before. You know my point? Most people are already fucking disturbed before they get wise. So why would you get wise to stay disturbed? Patty Mayo. Said kids all over her face. Nah, them ain't kids. Kids are physical. We talking spirits and souls. So I'm gonna say that again. The sperm is the spirit. You be careful of these women out here. They're like souls on their face. They're right here. Put it right there. Like she's a tough cookie. Puts her chin up. She knows how to put her chin up. Peace and wisdom, Shania Rodriguez. Yes, that's very important. You have to be appalling in this life, you know? You have to just blurt out fat pussy, like, for no reason. You're not supposed to do stuff like that. But every now and then in life, you have to just, like, this is a mind being free, It's deep. Every now and then, y'all might, like, deck somebody or lose it. This is like y'all reaching to be free. Y'all say, fuck, I can't take it. I can't take all this being perfect stuff. Sometimes you got to do that as mind. Just blurt out some dumb shit, like just throw everything off, and you'll eventually get to a place where people get it. Like, yeah, I got to do that too. That becomes nothing. Like, it becomes like when y'all at a comedy show and they're like cursing and saying crazy shit, but y'all like, yeah, we came here for that. We need a break from being serious. So you ain't got to wait for comedy shows to do that. Peace and wisdom, Shania Rodriguez. You seem to be very observant. I have a question for you, Shania Rodriguez. When a woman reaches wisdom, so whatever the pinnacle of wisdom that a woman can reach, when she reaches that pinnacle of wisdom, would it make her a man? And vice versa. If a man let himself fall into the stupidities of himself, does that make him a woman? I'm not saying women are stupid and men are smart, but follow. Shanna Taylor said, do you think mental illnesses are caused by childhood vaccines and things in the environment? Okay, let's start the video right there. Do you think that mental illnesses are caused by childhood vaccines and things in the environment? Illness is a substance. This is where it gets deep, so hopefully you're listening. This is why solace. You open your ears. This shit is about to get cold-blooded. Like you're never gonna hear something this deep in your life. So listen, like really closely, and raise your ego too. I love ego. You'll never be as wise as me if you don't find your ego. Like, so that's what I teach here. Like, find your ego. This is where your greatness is. If you lose control of your ego, so then you're gonna fall really far down, because egos is all about uplifting. Like, the ego will uplift you. It will lift you to places. The ego will make you a god. But like, if you lose control of that plane, so falling from cosmic space is really far. Now let's get to the question at hand. Do you think that mental illnesses are caused by childhood vaccines and things in the environment? Illness is a substance, so it starts there. When I say a substance, I mean a liquid, whether we're speaking thick liquid or liquid in its gas state, like cloud. If you're in a cloud, you'll get wet, but the drops haven't fell yet. Sickness or illness is a substance, meaning any illness y'all can think of. So it started as a substance, or it started as what substances is made from, which is air. And so the mind is like air. It will manifest all the substance of the body. Meaning y'all have DMT, y'all have all the substances in life in the vessel. Now the question is, where do they come from? They come from the mind. You as a mind is like airs trapped in a vessel. And so the different states of your emotion will determine the different states of the airs that you are mixing and merging together, creating substance. This is how the vessel is full of substance. Or, this is how the vessel is full of what y'all would say water or liquid. Sickness starts with the mind and the understanding of the mind. Meaning, when you guys take medicines, what does the medicine do? It alters the state of the mind. Again, the man said, illness starts in the mind, because the mind is like airs manifesting the substance. Once you get to substance, so now you add physical. If you talk in sickness, well, now you sick. When you start spitting up phlegm, liquid, thick, nasty liquid, you're sick. But this all started with the mind. And so, like I said, when you guys take medicines, the medicine is not healing you. Nothing can heal you. You already have a healing mechanism within self. This is why when y'all get cut, y'all heal. The medicine is just provoking that healing force, which is the mind. And so this is why when you guys take certain medicines, it alters the state of the mind. Even if you don't feel it, the state of the mind is being altered. And so whatever substance is needed, grasp, the mind will produce it if it's in the right state. And so this is why I teach mental healing, things like this. A lot of people don't understand. Mental healing is a real thing. Can you guys hear me when this plane is going by? Therefore, I don't have to stop. And so, yes, mental illness is caused by vaccines and medicines that people take as a child. But, like I said, it's the mind. Meaning you can take all the vaccines and medicines that you want. If the mind is strong and understands what I'm saying, so the medicines will have no effect in terms of you becoming sick and ill. If one doesn't, so of course the mind will take control. Meaning if you guys, if someone spikes your drink, so then you lose a little bit of control. Like that. If someone spikes your drink and you don't lose control because you're fully aware that they spiked it. And so like, I'm feeling a little woozy because of that. You have a little more control. So when the mind is in control, meaning when you guys get control over your minds, This is why you have different teachings that say, control your emotional state. Because when you get to the emotions of self, this is when you're at the substance. When y'all are feeling ugly inside and aggravated, this is manifesting mucus, salty waters as well. This is like tears. And so these things are toxic to the self, meaning salt water is toxic. When you're crying those salty tears, you have to grasp it's because the waters within are salty and making yourself sick physically. Of course, your body is pushing, some of it out, but that salt water will get murky and then thick and muddy, like mucus. So this is for those that like to hold in their tears, hold in your pain. You are so mucus filled. You probably have health issues, but you don't know how it happened. It's because of that. You are all your negative thoughts and the anger that you hold in, it's manifesting within into mucus, thick waters. And so cry. Some of y'all waters have become so thick and muddy, you don't cry. I want y'all to grasp how deep that is. It's gonna pass over some of y'all head, but for those of y'all that are intellectuals, grasp what I just said. Some of y'all been holding y'all pain in so long that it has manifested from salty waters to thick mud, mucus, and you don't cry. When your feelings are hurt or you feel pain, you don't cry. You don't remember the last time you did. Sometimes you hear people saying it's so beautiful, a tear comes to your eye. That never happens to you. Not anymore. You're hard. That part. That's how that happens. Usually you cannot control when you cry, when the emotional states you get it? Interrupted, whether it be from somebody singing beautifully or your feelings hurt. Water start welling up in the eyes. That mean the waters within is loose. They got a little salt in them because you salty. But I'll say that again. I'm not sure if the plane interfered. When one gets angered, or they hear beautiful music that may make their eyes well up, it's because the waters within are loose. This is why babies can cry so easily. Their inner waters are fresh and loose because they have no emotional problems yet, meaning they don't get angered and sad and they haven't experienced anything to spark those emotions. When they cry, it's just to make noise. This is how they talk. Usually when a baby is crying, there's no tears coming out because they're just making noise. You get it? And so like that, their waters are loose. Their tears are not salty. If you taste a baby's tears, it just tastes like water. But if you taste your own tears, it tastes like salt. It has flavor, because you're salty. You say like, I don't like that bitch over there. She fucked my man back in the day. I hope she get hit by the mail lady's car. Like, some chicks are disturbed. They are upset over things from like 20 years ago. They're mad at the mail lady. She was a thotty back in the day, but she got her life together. Oh, she's still mad though. She say, no, that don't count. I wouldn't care if she got her life together and she is the mail lady. The bitch fucked my man. The bitch fucked, he was a good man. You know how hard it... a chick will go in the whole life story. Her whole mama's life story. You know how good it is to find a good man. They give you the whole rundown. They had the little kids talking like old slaves. Say, damn, little man, how old you gonna be this summer? Shit, if Jesus Christ, Lord and Savior, will it, baby? I will be about 6. This little nigga right here is 38. Kids in the ghetto like 6 years old, going on 40. They drink coffee and all that shit. It's just deep. Some of y'all from the hood, y'all dying because y'all like, yeah, my little son drank coffee and shit, man. He think he me. Swear he me. I let him be me too, because he gonna be. You got the whole ideology down. Like, he gonna be me anyway, so grasp. When the inner waters, become salty, flavor filled, this is when the emotion taps in. Some of y'all get a little angered. This is like salty. So if you ever wonder, like, how do I make salt within myself? Anger. It makes the waters thick and slushy like. This is why when y'all get angry, then y'all have like white foam coming out the side of y'all mouth. The lips get dry. You start doing everything that salt would do to you. Meaning if I just poured salt down, like ancient Egyptians, they dried the body out using salt. Again, you guys get really angered. Y'all get to yelling at people, getting all worked up. Sides of them lips start getting white. You start getting dried out, salt filled. Some of y'all start crying, the salt out. Some of y'all just stay in that state. And so those salty waters turns into muddy waters, mucus. And so you're just backed up. You're too angry. So where now, there is no loose waters within self. I'm sure some of y'all are slow. You're going to say, I pee. You just peeing out what you took in. But we talking about the waters within self that you are producing. Meaning when y'all drink liquids, y'all don't get more body fluid. Y'all got the same 70 to 80% body fluid within the self regardless. If you get a little extra, then you get to start the sweating and stuff. You dig? If you drunk apple juice and you had to pee, that's apple. You feel me? That's apple juice. That don't count. But we talking about the bodies you producing because of your mind. The waters that are self. So a lot of y'all got slushy, thick, salty waters. Mucus like. It's hard for you to cry. You have no remorse and emotion. You're like disturbed. So be mindful of the self. When you get a chance, get a one-on-one lesson from, Wise Solace on conscious cleansing and mental healing. This is what I teach. How to keep how to understand the inner waters, how they're produced, and how our emotional state will change the state of the waters from fresh cerebral spinal fluid, brain juice. That's what I call it. I'm a different kind of scientist. I have my own lingo. So cerebral spinal fluid is like fresh brain juice. When there isn't any thought, any resistance on the waters, it's just flowing. Fresh waters. This is what, cerebral spinal fluid is. Fresh, conscious, fresh waters. And sometimes we get disturbed in our emotions. And so we make the waters thick. Of course, salty first. This is like when you're like bitter and angered. Then they get a little mucusy, like, thick and muddy. And if you don't, take care of that, it will eventually, turn into a solid, kidney stone, some kind of sickness. And so I teach that, meaning most people don't understand mental healing. They've heard of it. But like I always tell you guys, you have a lot of frauds in today's times. And so if you understand what I just said, that should be enough for you to grasp. Okay, mental healing is a real thing. I just need to learn a little more, about what he was saying. And so that's what a one-on-one is for. You get your medicine being wisdom. You don't need outside sources. All you need is wisdom. Because all sickness is coming from the mind. And so once you let someone disturb your state of mind or take control of it, of course your state of mind can be taken control of through, different drugs and medicines. And so, you get my point? If you let someone take control over your mind, then you let moments for sickness to come in. But it's a deep thing. Peace and wisdom, Shania Rodriguez. I like your energy, love. I was feeling a little down today. Not down, I was getting anger today. But I caught myself. And so then I guess that's where the downness comes from. Meaning I was gonna beat somebody the fuck up today. I woke up in good spirits. I said, hold on, why is the life tempting thou good grace? And so I did what any wise man would do. I made a U-turn, took my ass back home. I said, man, I can always start over on a day. A day is like a relationship. If the shit is bad, you can always like just get up off it. Like, you know what? Some of y'all got to learn the jewels of mind. You don't have to force through the fucking day. Fuck that. This day is fucked up. I already see the energies in life want to disturb my good grace. Some of y'all be like that. Now, of course, the energy gonna come through other people. But you got to be privy to say, hold on, let me just start from the beginning of my day when I was happy. So that started in the house. Let me take my ass home. Let me take my ass back home. Crazy out here. I said for Babylon's monkeys, it's crazy out here. I start talking like that when I get mad. Shit don't make sense. Motherfucking Babylon monkeys, they crazy. I have to go back home. Like, so I went back home. I started my day over. It's a deep thing. It's a deep thing. Try and grasp. Ain't no thing, Shania Rodriguez. Peace and wisdom. That's deep what you said, Shanna Teller. She said when someone tells you to shut up enough, eventually you can't physically speak. That's powerful right there. Make it simple, man. Y'all be getting threatened, meaning y'all get controlled physically through words. These words are called threats. They're a little more powerful than normal words. They put the fear of God in y'all. Y'all do what y'all told. Like, now I ain't playing. Suge Knight pull up, slap the dog shit out of you. Get it? I don't even want to put nobody on blast. But y'all know how it go. Suge Knight get to threaten one of y'all get y'all get to doing what y'all told. Ain't nothing even happen. So word is powerful, especially the ones that's called threats. They put the fear of God in people. Y'all use these things with children. Y'all own. Y'all threaten the hell out of them. Y'all put body language with y'all threats too. Like, I mean, I'm gonna whoop your ass. Then y'all start feeling around y'all waist like y'all don't know where y'all belt at. Shit like that wasn't funny when I was a kid, but now that I'm grown, I laugh at these things. I say grown-ups are cute, man. They like kids. Kids are like kids too. Everything in the life is like kitty. It's cute. It's like a script. Everybody knows the script already, but everybody played dumb. So you tell your kid, I'm gonna whoop your ass. You start reaching around your waist. Your kid played dumb like he don't know where your belt at either. No, mommy, don't do it. Y'all do this shit every week. Like, you beat that boy ass every goddamn week the same way. He say the same shit every week. No, mommy, don't do it. I won't do it again. It's like a movie script. Some of y'all laughing because y'all like, yeah, I whoop my son ass every morning for school, man, because he act like he can't get up. And every morning he say the same thing. Please, ma, don't do it. I was gonna get up. My alarm broke. John Shaft. Nah. Let me stop bothering y'all. It's a deep thing. Peace and wisdom. Shania Teller said, you are worthy of speech and opinion. That's peace and wisdom. I need you, I need Shania Rodriguez. You can come teach with me, love, if you like. You got good energy. You know what to say to people to make them feel good, like how they need to feel. I'm a little slow. I'm really wise, but I'm slow. So when the beautiful spirit has said, you know, if somebody tell you shut up enough, you physically be scared to speak. So you a woman, so you said, hold on, she getting abused. Hold the fuck up. See, I'm a stupid man, so I just wise. I don't know. You feel me? I went off into my spiel. I said, yeah, baby, if you threaten some, if you grab them up by the collar, baby, and threaten them. So yeah, that's why I say like I need you. Like you could have said no, Solace. I got this part. She ain't mean it that way. It's a deep. Oh, you said that would be an honor. Salam, shalom. Email me. I had to bring some of y'all in. Some of y'all got good spirits. Yeah, you got good wisdom. Meaning you got good balance. According to what you just said. You said, I'm a peacemaker naturally, which can also be a flaw. I'm working through the technical difficulty. So I like that. It's just simple, straight, clear cut, balanced, real shit. Y'all know me. I'll tell y'all in the heartbeat. Yeah, I fucked up, but I don't get it together. So that's what wisdom is. When you balance, when you can see self in the equation of life. Most can't see themselves in the equation of life, and that they're the victim in life. This becomes the mindset. And so when you see someone who's overly aggressive, you're victimizers. It's because of that. According to their logic, at some point in their life, they were the victim, or they feel as if everybody don't understand them or doing them wrong. And so in that, they become the victimizer. Other people, everybody deals with their trauma different. So you have the same trauma. Some people become the victimizer, other becomes the victim. But like I always teach you guys, polar opposites are one and the same. So you have to understand the balance in life. So even the bully is no different than the coward. They're one and the same. This is why they have a relationship. And then you have those that have nothing to do with the bully or the coward. Meaning we've all been to school. The bully had specific people that they bullied, and then there were the rest of y'all, and the bully didn't play with y'all. Y'all didn't play those bully games. Y'all weren't looking to bully anybody, and you wasn't having it. And you didn't have no problems that no cow would have, and you didn't bully nobody. This was my reality in life. Whoever was the bully, they didn't bother me. I don't care what you do. Whatever you do is your own business, nigga. Don't come over here with that dumb shit. You get my point? And so this is most people in life. They just fall in the middle, like. They don't want to be a bully, and they don't want to be the nigga that get bullied. And so the polar opposites, they got a marriage. This is why it's important to be balanced. Otherwise, you find yourself on one side of the balance, which is to basically be in war with the opposite side. Of course, both of you guys being the same. A blood and a crip is the same. They opposite side, but they're the same. Two crazy motherfuckers that gangbang. You get my point? See? Shit's simple, baby. And so when you become balanced, everything becomes clear. You even get a little bit of a sense of humor of things. You become free. I say things that are not politically correct. So like I said, you become free. Say it ain't that deep. Everybody, talk crazy behind closed doors. Behind closed doors, I'm silent. Meaning most of you guys view me as a tyrant, but that's only because you're coming in here as a student. You are a student, and so you're taking your one moment. Meaning there's nothing wrong with being a student, but you have to come out of student mind. Meaning if I'm not teaching, then we're just equals. But you're carrying over, you get it? The one experience to the next. And so this comes from grade school, meaning we learn in school, your teacher's your teacher, and that's fucking that. That ain't your buddy. And so you get it. You kind of get older, if somebody's your teacher, we kind of idolize them, put them on a pedestal, carry over how we view them as our teacher when it's just casual moment. And so, in casual moments, I'm normal. Meaning a normal, I'm gonna interview a few people that have spent time with me before, so y'all could see. They're gonna tell you like, oh nah, when you just like with them regular, I don't teach unless you ask. So those that spent time with me, they didn't learn nothing, and I'm sure they like, damn, I didn't get no lesson. You have to ask. So this is what wisdom is. It's not a forceful thing. Meaning I don't come knocking on you guys' doors. I just upload the video or go live. If you tune in, you tune in. If you do, then I have my demands, which is, just be nice, have respect, because I like to flow on that kind of flow. And give back, because these jewels that I give, they the jewels that's kept. Get it? Mental healing, these types of things are kept from y'all. This is the scientists. This is the science that the scientists that are making the pharmaceuticals understand. Meaning they know when they're making pharmaceutical drugs, these things do nothing to y'all, but it's just y'all mindset. Y'all think they are. And so the mind is producing substance that is going to heal y'all, because this is what y'all do regardless. Meaning if I cut you right now, you're going to heal. You don't need anything. Somehow we get lost and we think like, no, but I need medicine. If I can shoot you and your physical body can heal, any other sickness is not fixed. A bullet hole is fixed. A cut in your arm is fixed. When I say fixed, I mean it's physically real, yet your body will heal it. And so you have to think of every other minute sickness, your STDs, your microscopic sicknesses. These things can be healed with the mind. I'm going to say again, if you get a scratch on your leg, which is a physical wound, if you can heal a physical wound just from your makeup, you have to think on what I'm saying, because that's amazing. It's just normal to y'all. So y'all say, nah, if somebody cut my face and my face healed, that's just how it normally works. Yeah, it normally works like that for every aspect of yourself. If you get an STD, so your body automatically fights against it. What happens is the mind. Y'all minds are controlled by specific ideals. Some of the pharmaceuticals that you guys take are the sickness that y'all supposedly have. Meaning, you have what's known as like crazy medicine when a person's insane. This is like your Xanax and, your prescription medicines that they give to people who have mental problems, Seroquel, things like this. If a normal person takes these drugs, it makes them crazy, right? And so I'll say again, a lot of the sicknesses that y'all have, the medicine that y'all take is the sickness. This is why if a sane person takes Xanax, y'all see the youth out here. They're taking crazy medicine. Meaning all those drugs that they do, those pills they take, this is what they give to people who have different mental conditions. The youth are crazy. Y'all see it. And so that's what I'm trying to get y'all to see. Whatever the sickness is, when you're dealing with the pharmaceuticals that they giving y'all that they say is the heal, is what's going to heal it, is what it is. Stop taking that shit. It's keeping you in frequency. Of course, if you're completely psycho at this point and you know it, like, man, if I don't take my meds, I be bugging. You keep taking your meds until you meet the wise one in person. Therefore, I can tell you and assist you on how to wean yourself off the meds while slowly regaining your sanity, because they go, they go hand in hand. Meaning the measure of your insanity is the measure of the medicine that you take. As you slowly wean off the medicine, you get it? So the measure of the sanity or the insanity will start to wean away, and so sanity's there. And so, if a sane person can lose their mind, then you have to agree that the reverse can happen. Otherwise, you're a liar in life. You have no balance. I'll say it again. All of y'all believe that a sane person can lose their mind if they see the wrong thing. If they go through the wrong type of thing in life, they can lose it. If they're given a certain drug, they can lose it. And so you have to know right there. There's certain drugs that can snap you out of crazy, meaning instantly fix a crazy person, and without the drug. So a crazy person can be reversed. When I say crazy, I mean people walking down the street talking to themselves bugging out. Where you like, yeah, I'm scared to be on the same side of the street as them. They can be fixed. It's just a matter of understanding the balances of life, mental healing, things like this, polar opposites. This is how y'all become bipolar, because y'all become too imbalanced in the mind. If you're wondering, what happens if I, just live my life and never be balanced? The way y'all are. You see how y'all tuned in, ain't give back a thing. Y'all act like wise solace ain't got to eat. Like the wisdom ain't got no worth. When y'all live y'all lives like that for too long, you become bipolar. Your emotional state become unstable. And so a lot of y'all are there right now, and you probably don't want to acknowledge that yet. You're like, nah, fuck that. That ain't why. And I feel you. But at some point in your growth in life, you're going to realize, like, damn, he was right. All of my not being fair put my mind into a perspective. It's just like a person that lies. They start to make other lies to go around and defend the initial lie. At some point, they start to lose their perspective. It's parts of the lie or parts of the truth they lose. They get a little conflicted in between what is the truth and what was the parts they made up. It's just natural. That just naturally happens. This is why it's not good to play with lie. Some of y'all like that. I'll say, damn, I kind of confused my. I was lying and shit now. I forgot little parts of that shit. It was a while ago, man. And so like that, you start to mess with your own mind. Meaning whatever you do outward, it affects the inside as well. And so this is what I mean by you guys have to get lessons on like polar opposites. When I say lessons, one-on-one teachings. And like I said, I'm gonna try to bring the Shania Rodriguez woman into the mix. Balance things out a bit. If not her, another woman, I'll find someone, bring you in, teach you how to make this money. Nah, I'm just playing. Y'all gotta learn to do that, man. That's when, that's when life is like good. You're like, you're like, yeah, you that rock star, baby. He's stupid. No, I teach you all about balance. So my business is ran off balance. And so a lot of you guys don't grasp how deep that is. Meaning the small few of you that do give back. I've accomplished proving that you can manage beyond your necessities, meaning you can make more than you need, and you don't have to charge people. You can just be fair, meaning just give. I make sure I give y'all videos and wisdom. I don't cut back on the wisdom, and I give y'all that good uncut. That's sacred. And so the small few of y'all that do give back, you get my point? And so if you guys all gave back on your own merit, for the wisdom, then I wouldn't have to charge for anything like magazines or nothing, one-on-ones, nothing. But more than that, so the whole glory will be fulfilled, meaning Babylon will look stupid because we believe business is the only way. And so you get my point? This is truly showing people that's paying attention. Damn, I don't really have to charge. If I can just get people to get honorable, I can just give of myself and I know I'm going to be fine because they all got balance. They not going to let me go out like that. You get it? And so it's a deep thing. Of course, the whole world ain't gonna change, but the effort is good. It's the whole point. Besides that, I believe we have to have our own place, our own country as a black people for, our descendants to come. And so we have to learn how to deal with each other on that kind of accord. People outside of our country, so this is another thing. They live by business, we deal with them in business. But in regards to ourselves, we have to deal with each other in honor and balance. So, you get my point? Peace and wisdom, Shania Rodriguez. Make sure you email upscaleknowledge@gmail.com. And so all things, when you're dealing with wisdom, all things go hand in hand, meaning balance. Understanding polar opposites is going to be a matter of, how balanced you are. You get my point? If I take someone that is in a dishonorable environment, let's say a drug dealer, and I teach him about honor, he can only grasp it as much as his environment will allow him. It will come to a point where he will say, no, you tripping now because that's going to get me killed. He's not applying it to the environment only and saying, well, that's only the environment there. If I live that way, I'll get killed. He's going to look at it from his perspective as, okay, now you're going too far and you're going beyond honor. Meaning, depending on the state of your mind is dependent or the measure of what you can pull in. Someone from the streets is not going to be able to pull in every aspect of honor like someone who is not, because their environment and their mind state is not going to allow it. It's life or death for them in their mind state. And so this is why what I mean when I say, like, how balanced you are is going to determine how much you can grasp polar opposites. Of course, you need to understand polar opposites in this life, because this is where y'all get conflict from. Meaning y'all have arguments with people and fights with people and just angry days and, different things like that, because y'all fall on a side. Look at your life and ask yourself, what side do you fall on? Meaning, you have a religion. This is a side. You have a favorite basketball team. Y'all pick sides for everything. Y'all have many different things y'all pick sides on. It makes y'all a part of the polar opposites, meaning it makes y'all unbalanced. Then y'all suffer from that. Meaning you be disturbed sometimes, and then you be okay sometimes, and then you get it. It's a roller coaster. And so wisdom is healing once you grasp it like you're supposed to. There you go, Shania Rodriguez. A balanced mind lives a balanced life. There you go. And so the teachings I bring, they're very important, but you guys will gravitate towards the deep when you do. Now, let me get to some more questions. I know the first one I answered, I made it pretty long. This was, mental illness. And do the vaccines and things we take be the reason for our sicknesses? And the reason for you guys' sicknesses is a matter of y'all minds, and that alone. Yes, something can make you sick that's physical, meaning I can give you something physically to make you sick, but it's a matter of it distorting your perception, your mind. You get it? And so it's going to always go back to the mind. So this is where mental power and will and things like this kick in. Now I ask Shania Rodriguez, when a man or when a woman reaches the pinnacle of her wisdom, or the pinnacle of wisdom for a woman, does that make her a man? You said, no, I believe progression of knowledge, wisdom is genderless. I'm gonna let the plane pass. All right. Now your answer was you believe that wisdom is genderless. Wisdom and stupidity falls into masculine and feminine. The masculine energies, this being like your logic. So if you're familiar with the Far East teachings, you have Brahma. This is the masculine part of the Trinity, our mind. Of course, the mind is three parts: unconscious, dream conscious, and awake. And so Brahma, masculine. Shiva, out of control, chaotic, feminine. Logic is a masculine thing. You can correlate that to a man. This is not to say men will be logical and wise, but you correlate masculine to man. So when I asked you, when a woman reaches the pinnacle of wisdom, wisdom being logic, and I say, would it make her a man? What I mean is, would it make her masculine in her ways? And so a lot of women in today's time have access to wisdom that women in the past didn't. They have access to jobs, different careers, different things that women in the past didn't. They have more know than women in the past because they have more access. They're treated more like equals in today's time. And so you will notice women in today's time are more strong, are masculine in their manner. And so I'm using that reference so you see, as a woman reaches the pinnacle of wisdom, she will become masculine or rough-like, strong-like, hardened-like in her nature. And so when a woman is getting wisdom, it's very important that she keep her mind open to balance. This is why successful women have hard times finding men, because they lose a part of themselves. Same with the man. If a man let himself fall into the stupidities of himself, the irrational parts of himself, the emotional parts of himself, he becomes feminine, woman-like in his mind, in his actions. And so, as a man, you have to stay logical and aware so that you don't, fall into that state where you're like whining and shit, feeling like you gotta answer to people. And so the point is, wisdom does have a gender. This gender not being a matter of penis and vagina, this gender having a matter of control and no control. Both being needed. Woo, that shit, man. I'm sorry, y'all. I gotta kill this queen bee, but I'm having a hard time same. It's very different. I was scared as shit, I ain't gonna lie. Was a little scared, I'm not gonna lie. I need some tissue. Shit on myself. Whew. A little bit of shit went down my leg. It's my sock. I'm just. And so hopefully you guys grasp. Now let me get to some more questions. I'm laughing at Shannon Taylor. She said brainwashing effed up her brain. You're right, a lot of men are feminine and a lot of women are too masculine. It's causing for a lot of women to be working, 9 to 5 jobs, wearing the pants in the family, and causing for men to be the stay-at-home wife. Now, however it works for you is how it works for you. You dig. That's the reality of things. When you're dealing with the animals in the jungle, so the female do the work basically. She do the hunting and things like that. Meaning, if you go to the animal kingdom, I guess you could say the woman works. And she take care of the kids too. Men don't do nothing. When they interview indigenous men, they live the same way like the animals. They say dumb shit like, "Oh, my wife, she works so hard." So help her, you stupid fuck. But they like animals, so they refuse. They like, no. Like, hell no. I'm a man. It's a part of the life. I don't have to do shit. I'm gonna take my glory. What do you mean? What do you mean help her? Hell no. I worship her. I don't have to do shit. So in the animal kingdom, they worship the feminine part. Because of that. I don't have to do shit. She gonna hunt, take care of the kids, baby. It's the life, man. I'm the man. It ain't like that in Babylon, sorry. Chick will curse you out, my nigga, throw hot water on you, tell you get the fuck out of here if you ain't got half money. Sleep your ass on the unemployed side of the goddamn house. Shit get real. I got you, V Money. And so get a lesson on balance, polar opposites. It's a deep thing. Visit wiseservant.org. I'm going to be updating the website soon, putting my services and things up there so y'all can reach out. Now, in regards to the title, vegans, Veganites. I don't want to drag this on. It's pretty hot out here. I've been out here for quite some time. So let's just get straight to it. When you're dealing with vegan food, so this is the pinnacle of GMO. This is the pinnacle of what y'all call fake food. I'm going to let the plane pass and then continue. You have many vegan products that you guys buy from the store. Vegan meatballs, vegan noodles, vegan beef fried, fucking shrimp lo mein, all types of things. And so I want to start with vegan meatballs. A vegan eats vegetables only. Vegan meatball. A meatball has nothing to do with a vegetable. And so if you've purchased a vegan meatball from the supermarket and you say, yeah, it did look like a meatball, but it wasn't a meatball. So then that's what you call genetically modified food, meaning that meatball is not a vegan meatball. It's just fake meat. I'm going to say that again. Some of y'all caught and slow. That vegan meatball you bought wasn't a vegan meatball because that's not anything. And so once you adjust your perspective, meaning turn your head the other way, you'll grasp. That is not a vegan meatball. There can be no such thing as a vegan meatball because a meatball isn't a vegan thing. Vegan is vegetable. A meatball is meat. And so again, that's not a vegan meatball. That is just a fake meatball. That part. It's no different than the fake hamburger meat that McDonald's has. Meaning, that meat at McDonald's ain't meat. That part. No different than that vegan meatball ain't meat. It's something they made. That part. And so I don't know how y'all overlook that, but y'all better wisen up. Organic food. That is a label of products. Let me help y'all out. Y'all a little slow. When you go to the supermarket, you can buy organic products, right? What are the other products called? Unorganic? Because I never seen a product say unorganic. Second question is this. If they sell organic products in the supermarket now, what the fuck was they selling us before? Because we all thought all this time that's what we was eating. You got organic fruit in the store. Then you got the regular old fruit that we always bought. If that fruit is organic, and so what's that one? And why it don't say the opposite? That part. Because all of that's bullshit. Organic is like a company name. You're not supposed to take it literal. Paused. If the food is in a store, it went through the same processing that all food does, meaning going from the farm to the warehouse, being processed, being shot up with preserves and things so that it doesn't go bad. This is where the sickness kicks in, the making it bad food becomes a reality. And so, all of this takes about a month. And so y'all buy y'all organic food like it's different than the other food. And all it is a ploy to make y'all pay more. It's like I said, it's like a company's name. Organic company name food costs more. Just like Nikes cost more than fucking Adidas. But let's not be stupid. And so y'all have diet. Y'all have become manipulated by the stupid diet talk of the day. Where y'all run around talking about, I'm a vegan, and you truly have no clue what that is. Because you buy vegan meatballs and shit out the supermarket. Meaning you basically just buy fake meat and eat fake meat. You can eat fucking McDonald's. You're not getting nothing out of that. Meatballs don't grow as vegetation. And so if it ain't real vegetation and it ain't real fucking meat, I'll say again, what the fuck are you eating? Nothing. Fake food. And so now I want you to look at all the vegans that claim that health shit so you can see how slow they are. And I don't want y'all to take offense either. Call it a shot for all the people you've lost, because vegans don't just eat vegan food. They convince other people to. Y'all be promoting these products like y'all got fucking PC on the money. If you're gonna fuck people's lives up, at least make sure you got a check for it. Y'all out here telling people the wrong shit for free. Fucking up people's lives for free. And so I'll say again, you want to be a vegan, understand what that is, and understand the purpose of it. If you want to be, a meat eater, understand what that is and the purpose of it. And that goes for any diet. Meaning y'all don't deal with meat on a real level. Y'all don't deal with vegetables on a real level. Y'all deal with on a Babylon monkey level where y'all just talk like I'm a vegan, but you eat GMO food, meaning you eat fake food. You eat fake vegetables. You eat things that ain't even vegetables, but it just say like vegan on it. So you like, no, that's vegetables. Those vegan meatballs are vegetables. Like, play stupid with yourself like that. But y'all eat fake food. That's why vegans is mad fat in today times. Because they not real vegans. They just fake food eaters. No different than a nigga that stay in McDonald's all day. Now, if you want to be a vegan, the first thing you need to understand is you need to be getting your food directly from the farm. Not a big farm where they're processing and preserving the food up, but a small farm, your own, or someone you know, and you're eating nothing but vegetables. Like, I'm not saying this is healthy, but y'all have to figure out things on y'all own. Like I said, life is balance. When you lose balance, you have to find your own self. But if that's what you want to do, start there. Get fresh vegetables that come from the ground. Stop making up stuff like vegan bacon and shit. Bacon ain't got nothing to do with vegetables. If you're craving fucking bacon, then stop playing games with yourself. If you're dying for a meatball but you a vegan, just stop playing games with yourself. Because you're going to make yourself sick. And good Usia love you. Especially if you a beautiful woman. You might be like, I owe him some vagina. I'm sorry, I said that out loud. I have to collect. The junk food vegans. And so on a real level, like I said, if you're going to be a vegan, know what that is. That is basically you being unbalanced. But sometimes a little unbalance is needed because sometimes people become, unbalanced on the other side. Some of you guys who have been eating everything you've always wanted your whole life, you do for about a 7-day vegan only diet. And then you stop there, and go back to your regular diet, which should be a little lighter than it was. You get it? Like that. Meaning a vegan diet is like medicinal. It's something that you do for a time. Like any medicine. You prescribe someone medicine. And you're prescribing them the medicine, so they take it for a specific time and then they stop and go back to their normal ways. Or a better way than they were. But they don't just stay on the medicine. Vegan is like that. Every so often we all need, meaning myself as well, I'm due for about at least 30 days of, so I can get my vitamin D and things like that up. This is how we be lacking vitamin D and stuff. We either don't eat vegetables enough or we overdo it. You get it? And so black people just need a little balance. And so like I said, we all due for a nice little vegan 7-day vegan diet only, where you just eat vegetables. I'm not talking the fake vegan meals that you buy at the supermarket, but the real ones, where you hit the farm up, you get your string beans or whatever it is you like to eat, and just keep it, vegetable based, meaning rice is a vegetable. Rice grass, meaning most of you guys don't even know anything about agriculture. I was telling a young lady the other day, rice is a vegetable. She like, it's a starch. And I said, she's so dumb. She don't even, she don't even know where rice come from. She think it's like, I said, oh my gosh, she don't understand starch come from plants. Sugars, all that shit. Plants is magic, fool. I wanted to tell her that so bad. Plants is magic, you dumb fool. What are you talking about? Is starch? Yeah, it's starch. You come from a plant. But you have rice grass. This I mean, yeah, rice. Meaning rice is the vegetable. And so you just want to keep things vegetable based. Meaning if you're a vegan, you can eat many things. Potatoes, all kind of stuff. Fruit. You get it? In the daytimes, y'all think a vegan truly is somebody that eat like a goddamn deer. But a vegan got hella options. They just don't eat meat. They eat potatoes and hella gravy on that motherfucker. Meaning a real vegan know how to eat. They gonna get all the substance they need. That food gonna be warm. They gonna have nice hot cornbread, potatoes in their belly. Cause all this is grain. Meaning bread is grain. What y'all eating, what y'all make out of cakes and all of that, this is vegetables. This is what I mean. Babylon make you stupid, stupid. Where you forget these things. Cornbread is a vegetable. It come from the grain that come from the vegetation. Y'all are not plucking it fresh and making it fresh so in that y'all don't grasp. Let's say, hold on. Cornbread is a vegetable. Cornbread technically is a vegetable, but I add other things to it. Like an egg, milk. You get it? But it's still a vegetable, a grain. And so you get my point? A vegan can basically eat everything on a person's plate except for the meat. You get my point? Goddamn stuffing yams, all kind of shit on that plate. They can eat all of that because all of that's vegetables. A potato ain't a vegetable. Because I know in the daytime some of us a little stupid. Y'all get lost on y'all little cult brain things and then y'all forget simple things like what I'm saying. You're lacking out here. You're starving ass vegan. You forgot all the things you could have been eating. You can eat yams with gravy on that thing. Stuffing. That's a vegetarian plate. Everything but the meat. Because that's all you got. Meaning all food is vegetables. Except for meat. Fish is meat too. Meaning all you got is vegetables and flesh. What the fuck? You get it? And so when vegans got all this stupid shit on their list that they don't eat, that ain't got nothing to do with meat, so it shows the extent of the stupidity of the day. And so like I said, if you're a vegan, get your shit fresh. Meaning you don't have to buy bread. You pluck your grain fresh and you bake bread for yourself. You control how much starch and all that stupid shit they put in it in yours. You get it? And you eat and you be a vegan. Like I said, we all need at least a 7-day of that. Get off the meat. The meat got a little grease, but you need that meat though. That's where the power coming at. That's that mind food. But if you have too much, it can make you beastly like. It's a thin line between wise and wicked. Say that again. It's a thin line between wise and wicked. And so when I say the meat, that's brain food, but it's a thin line between wise and wicked. Go too far on that meat, like a lot of people do. They come on to their beastly nature. And so I'm just giving y'all a little history of diet. Of course, if you want a more thorough breakdown, go to wiseservant.org. Request a one-on-one. Or any of you guys can give back right now through Super Chat, paypal.me/SolaceSolari, cash.app/$ the real Solace. And so I'll do it more thorough. But these is $1 million jewels. I'm not saying that like as a catchphrase. Meaning if you got an ear, I'm giving you $1 million jewels. Just that wisdom. That old Native American flow shit. Chief Elder. And so I likes to sit out on the land and, do it like my ancestors used to. Take that good fresh air in. Wherever you see space, that's mine. And the mind is space. Airs. So when you're dealing with a vegan, and you want to know what it is to be a true vegan, you can always email me and get a one-on-one or visit my website, Like I said, there's a lot of things y'all are lacking for no reason, like bread, rice, potatoes. These things are vegetables. I'm sure you're gonna have those that say, no, but then they're gonna try to, you get it? Alter the truth of the matter. The truth of the matter is a potato grows as a vegetable. That part. End of discussion. Anything after that is just manipulation games. And so it's like I said, a lot of y'all are in cults, cult minded, making a fool or a shamble out of things. When you go back to the beginnings of I'm not sure why y'all are not giving back, but that's becoming quite disrespectful. Oh, somebody did. I'm sorry. I was about to say, what the fuck? Am I on the pussy list or something? Am I on the fuck solace list? What is going on? Just trying to fulfill glory in life and give y'all deep wisdom so y'all apply it. Motherfuckers is disgruntled, man. I don't need this kind of abuse, blood. I ain't really come here to be getting emotionally abused and shit. I'm sorry, like, I'm a little sensitive. I don't... Y'all niggas just... Y'all motherfuckers don't care about me, like, I don't... like, I don't know, like, I feel a little used, like, I feel like a chick, like, I feel like a chick. Y'all ain't leaving no money on the nightstand, like, y'all make me cry. Nah, let me give y'all this wisdom. I appreciate you, brother Joshua Hall. You always give back, brother. I was hoping someone else did, but salam, shalom. I'm gonna let the plane go by and continue. Man, it's hot out here. Now, like I said, when you're dealing with being a vegan and meat eater, these things go back to the beginnings. And so, before man ate meat, of course, he was a vegan only. And this was important that he be that. Meaning it was important that a man be a vegan. Because when a man is just doing agriculture and plucking his food from trees and from the ground, of course he's killing these life forms, but this is not the same as hunting. This is not the same as him tapping into his beastly nature. This is when a man starts to eat meat, so this is a matter of him hunting. This is a matter of him starting to indulge into the parts of his mind space where scheme and thing lie. He sets up plans to get the animal. But he's killing the animal. So he's setting up plans to kill. And so when a man taps into that nature, meaning when a man begins to hunt for his food, he taps into a different nature of himself. He becomes beastly, like he becomes a killer. He understands how to strategize to kill. He tastes blood. You get it? It changes his nature. Now, if his brother pisses him off, what you think he gonna do? Pluck him like he would do an apple? No. He gonna devise a scheme and a plan to kill that motherfucker using the weapons that he have created to kill these animals. And anyone that oppose him or make him feel some way, they gonna get killed. Because he live by that nature now. I hunt for my livelihood. I kill for my food. I'll kill you if you get in my motherfucking way. Because I have killed before. And I'll kill again. And so this is how, the mindset becomes once man is hunting. And so this is why it was important in the past that man stay vegan. Once man learned how to hunt, so it wouldn't matter if he's a vegan or a meat eater. You get it? Once the first man becomes a meat eater, it doesn't matter anymore if man is a vegan or a meat eater. From there, he can choose what he chooses, and he's going to have to develop his will and his morale from here. Food ain't gonna help you. Meaning there was a time where man was just vegan. You didn't have to worry about him hunting and shooting and killing shit, because all he knew about was plucking. You get it? His nature was humble. Once one man learned how to hunt, it wouldn't matter if the rest stay vegan. They gonna have weapons too, just in case he get to tripping. And so it's just like in the daytimes. Some of y'all vegans, but you still got your goddamn gun license and you keep that shit in your bag, and you a flame a nigga if you get out of pocket, right? But you a vegan. That part. Ain't no difference between the vegan and the meat eater now. We passed that point. Once one man become a meat eater, now you're in the beastly nature of man. Meaning this go beyond eating meat or food. It never had to do with what you chose to eat. Man can eat anything he want. He is God here. There's nothing here more powerful than he is. He is the controller of here. He is the one that is upright, meaning his spine make him stand straight up, meaning his brain is straight up. So his perception different, his mind different. That part. Y'all are lessers here. Y'all need this true wisdom. And so we passed the point if you a vegan or a meat eater. It don't matter no more. Y'all beastly in y'all nature. And so from here, you just got to understand the right way. Meaning if you want to be a vegan, so you need to understand what vegetable is. Potato, cornbread, all these things, vegetable products. Remove product from your mind. You want to deal with the source of things like the farm. So a potato is a vegetable. And so is rice. It's called rice grass. And so is cornbread. It's called a grain from plants. And so you eat accordingly. Try to stay as balanced as you can. If you want a taste of meat every now and then, understand how meat works when you're dealing with it in the supermarket. You got 70% meat, 80% beef, 90% beef. You get it? When y'all buy y'all meat, y'all don't pay attention to that so much. Y'all say, ooh, this meat is on sale. That should be 80% beef, meaning they got 20% fat in it. The fat is where you're getting your grease from. Excuse me. It's the little white speckles that be in the hamburger meat. If you got 80% hamburger meat or beef, you're going to see a lot of white speckles in it. That's the fat. It's going to make your burger greasy. If you get 95% beef, it's going to be really red and mushy like. It's not going to have any white speckles in it. When you fry that thing, it's going to be so dry. Some of y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. It's going to be so dry it produces no grease because it has no fat in it. They took all the fat out. In the past, when man was hunting, so he controlled how much fat he left on his food. And so, of course, you know, man, if he ain't paying for the shit, well, he's making it the best. Take every piece of fat off that buffalo, and he just got 100% beef. And so y'all sicknesses come and y'all high blood pressure come from that fat. Meaning, some of you have high blood pressure problems, and so now you like, I can't eat meat. You can eat meat. You just need to understand the difference in the percentage. You can only eat 95 to 100% meat, meaning beef. Anything below that, you can't fuck with because it's going to produce a little bit of grease. If you go below 90, it's going to produce a little bit of a lot of grease. And so you can't go below 95% beef. It's going to be dry, but put some ketchup and stuff on it. Put some seasonings on it, and you'll be all right. Peace and wisdom, V Money. As I told you all in the past, Dr. Sebi didn't know what he was talking about, the same way most of y'all don't. Y'all idolize people, and that, then y'all just take offense and don't grasp. But most of what Dr. Sebi said, Dr. Sebi was still learning. So this is why he come back all the time and tell y'all this food is not real. So had he understood how life works, he would have known that there is no current food that is truly an original food. Sebi had this thing where he's like seeking out what foods are not original foods. And so he have like broccoli and different kind of shit on his list that's not technically an original food, but it's a modified, you get it? A splicing or a mixture of an older vegetable or fruit. And so every fruit that y'all have now is like that. Meaning a natural banana that you get out the wild got hella seeds in it, y'all wouldn't be able to eat it. And so this is why man learned agriculture. Most of the foods of the wild we can't eat. We have to modify it somewhat. And so there is no food of today, meaning an apple of today is not the original apple. It's a modified version. This is not necessarily bad. It just be mixed with another fruit. Life is chemistry, so this is how you make more things. Mixing and matching things, but if you do it too much, of course, you're going to have your problems. So it's a deep thing. But like I said, if Sebi was still around, I suppose at some point he would have had everything in life on his list that wasn't an original food. And so, like I said in the video, Sebi never healed nobody from AIDS and all these things y'all are saying. Sebi is a part of the time where you had like the conscious scam artists. I hope no one takes offense. I don't feel like arguing about things that everybody truly knows that's my age and older. And so, a lot of the dudes of today, they are followers of the scam artists of old. They may not necessarily be a scam artist themselves today. They were just like an idolizer of the person, not realizing that that's a circus act. Meaning whoever Dr. Sebi healed of AIDS could just be his cousin. It's just saying he did. There's no paperwork. There was no one that came and showed paperwork saying, look, I have AIDS according to Babylon doctors. And then they went to Sebi and then went back to the Babylon doctor and didn't have it no more. That never happened. People just said he cured them of AIDS. And so you get my point? Y'all are lost into a lot of fake shit. Sebi's gone now, so it doesn't, you get it? It doesn't matter. Whatever scam he was running, he benefited off of it. He's gone now, so it can be let off his spirit. Meaning y'all be keeping people's spirits dirty. If a man was a crook, I'm not talking about Sebi right now, but if a man was a crook while he was living, and in his death, it can be, you get it? It can be said and let go. You gotta let that go. Keeping the person alive when they dead is deep. Let things go. They gone, can't nobody hurt them, you get it? It just is what it is. And so if you grasp this video, like I said, healing starts with the mind. And so y'all truly don't understand the jewel and gift I am to y'all. I didn't come with products and tell y'all, man, y'all gonna only get healed from this. I'm coming honest. Y'all can heal yourselves free. That ain't no comeback. Y'all learn from people that make y'all come back and say, I got the product for you to make you better. I'm trying to give you something deeper than that. Y'all don't have no balance. That's real. If you've been listening to this video, you know you can heal yourself with your mind if you just take the time out to learn. Because your body already does it when you get cuts and things. That part. And so, like I said, I'm trying to earn my way on balance. That's where the glory is. And so y'all don't need no products. Y'all just need mind. This is something you already got. It's free. So in that you should have some extras left over to give back. The same with addiction. I can help any of you guys kick any habit y'all got. And when I say kick the habit, I mean you can still indulge in it after you kick it and not become addicted again. Where you get that urge. Because that's the addiction. That nasty urge that we get. that weigh on us. That part. There was a time where you was doing whatever you was addicted to and you wasn't addicted yet. You was able to play around with it. You can get back to that place and stay there. Of course, you're not gonna do it all the time because you're not really addicted no more. And so you're gonna be like, I guess, playing with it. But addiction is a deep thing. It ain't as hard as y'all think to kick. The mind is deeper than y'all understand. Y'all just need a little understanding of y'all minds and how many aspects it is to it. There's a thing called will. This is the magic of self. You also have magic. This is an imitation of the will. So like in biblical teachings, they speak of magicians. And then they speak of prophets. Prophets got great will. This in itself is magic, meaning a man can fly if he grasps what the will is. A man can quit any habit he has instantly if he understands his will. A man can hate someone he loves to the pit of his stomach instantly, just from his will. And so you have to grasp, the will, the power of it. And, like I said, this where all the magic lies. A man can fly, literally. At least float, if he understands his will. A man can be shot in the head and keep himself alive if he can understand the power of his will. This is his urge, his ego. If a person's ego is too high, so, even death can't challenge them. And so this is the truth. The ego is bad, but it's good as well. Meaning the ego will take you to the lowest parts of yourself if you don't have control over it. But, no. Yeah, it's some in there. I'm sorry, y'all. She was asking me about the fish. And so the wisdom I hold, it goes deep, like real, real deep. But, I'm what y'all would call a little rough around the edges. But I'm not rough around the edges, I'm free. Meaning I fully understand y'all politically correct ways and how y'all expect me to present myself. And so this goes against the freedom of my mind, meaning this is a matter of you guys conditioning me. You're not going to get all you can get from conditioning. You get it? Meaning the mind has to be free. The self has to be free so that it can take in all that it can take. Control is like restriction. If the mind is slightly controlled in its perspective, meaning y'all care what people think about y'all, so in that, it interferes with y'all receiving wisdom. Or as much as y'all can. This is truth. Wisdom is truth. Y'all can't receive full truth because y'all care about what people think about y'all. This is a lie. Meaning what people think about you is a lie. They don't know you. Only you know you. They only know whatever the hell you let them see. And this is a matter of your disturbed spirit. But, like I said, don't nobody know nobody. Most people just scared delicate flames within their vessel, hoping they don't blow out. Nice good folk. So that's why they try to fit in so good. And that it makes them ugly. So, be a nice beautiful flame within your vessel. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Nice blue light. Nice yellow light. Peace and wisdom, V Money. You got the wrong perspective of wisdom, champ. You're fasting for 18 days and all of this stuff. This is fool's talk. Don't take offense, though. Has nothing to do with health, has nothing to do with knowledge. It would all classify as stupidity. When you find yourself impoverished or lacking, whether it be financially in some other way, it's going to be because of that. You do not play with your livelihood. Meaning if you was fucking hungry and you knew you couldn't eat, you wouldn't play 18 days not eating. You only play on eating because you know you can eat at any will that you want. And so I'll say again, never play on your livelihood, lest the life make it real for you. Because the subconscious mind don't know the difference. It don't know you playing games. It just know like, oh, this motherfucker need to not eat. Only way that's gonna happen if he got hardship. And so the unconscious mind is gonna manifest, or the subconscious mind, both being the same, it's gonna manifest all the hardships you need, nigga, so you starve. Because that's what you asked for in your subconscious mind when you went all those days fasting. And so grasp. You're fasting as a reset. You're fasting so your immune system can get a break from work because y'all keep y'all stomachs full. And that, the stomach never gets a break to just relax, recharge. You know how y'all go to sleep every night and fall into nothingness and y'all wake up charged? Yeah, your immune system cells ain't getting that opportunity because your belly always full. And so, fasting is for that. A day is good enough. One day a month. This is good. If you can work yourself down to one day a week, so this is good. The true purposes of fasting is just so you can wind yourself off of being addicted to food. This is the one thing that we're addicted to, the worst thing we're addicted to that we don't even view as an addiction. And so when a man dies, his soul yearns for food still, even though he no longer needs it. It's just like y'all. Y'all yearn to eat 3 or more times a day. Y'all even have ideals that say, man, you got to eat 3 times a day. That's healthy. But y'all can go 3 weeks without eating before y'all starve to death. But y'all have ideals where y'all have to eat every day. It's because y'all are yearning and desperate and addicted for food. So y'all make lies up. You say you have to be fat a little bit because y'all want to eat. And y'all know y'all going to be fat a little bit. And so y'all lie to y'all babies and everybody else. So it's terrible, but this is what y'all do. Y'all don't encourage people to fast and say, man, it's all good. You a little chubby, but this is fine, man. You just need to fast and get more in tune with the nature of self that, does not oblige to desire. The strong parts of self, you know, the ego of self that says, I don't need anything. I know everything. I'm great. I don't need food. I'm too cool for food. You have to embrace that part of self. This motherfucker's everything you need, but it's too much, so it will take you to the heights of yourself. And then when you fall, so it hurts. But so is the life. You have to take a time out to grasp. Peace and wisdom, Shania Rodriguez. Make sure you email Babylon Zoe. Peace and wisdom, champ. And so V Money, man, you take a time out, man, and remove everything from your mind space that you have learned thus far. Therefore, you can fill it up with the right things. Like I said, you got a lot of the wrong perspectives. And so I'm sure you've been following a lot of Sebi's teachings, but you still probably have troubles. It's because of that. Wisdom isn't a long, dragged out thing. Wisdom is a jewel. Meaning when I say get a one-on-one, this is not medicine where you have to keep coming back. Take a time out and learn and you use your jewel. Wisdom is just a few words. The rest is all in you practicing it. Meaning doing what was told to you until it becomes second nature. And then in that you will see the glory of the thing. So grasp. Any Sebi followers, don't take offense. Like I said, the man already passed already, so you can let him rest in peace. Those who are weak, so they're going to need dependence. Meaning medicine is like a cane, a crutch. Some of y'all weak-minded, so y'all going to need that. The mind isn't strong enough to heal itself, control itself. Some of y'all are not strong enough to control y'all emotional state. A person can just come along and get you all riled up, and you can't wind yourself down for some reason. So like I said, everybody's weak in different places. Some people weak in the mind, so you're going to need medicines until you begin to, grasp what I'm saying and develop your mind. Those of y'all that, have a strong mind, so I suppose you're ready for a good one-on-one so you can get a full understanding and then practice it every day, making it routine. You get it? Meaning mental healing and conscious cleansing is not something you just learn. You apply it every day. You do what you're supposed to do every day so that you're cleansing out your mind every day. The same way y'all clean y'all skin every day so that it don't cake up with dirt and then you start stinking. You have to cleanse out your mind every evening and in the morning if you need to, because sometimes the mind still wander while we sleep. We call that dream. And that you didn't get no rest truly as far as mind go. The body rested, but the mind didn't. And so sometimes you have to wake up and, have a mind bath, a mind shower, whatever you want to call it, but a good conscious cleansing. And then, from there get on with your day with the mind fresh and, cleansed. This is what's going to keep you on a vibration of not getting sick and, stressed out and depressed. And these are the things that bring on the problems that y'all have physically. The stressing and straining, y'all begin to prepare y'all table for problems. Y'all have ideals like prepare for the worst. If you prepare for the worst, so shall you get. I only prepare for good shit. I don't prepare for the worst. Why? What do the worst got to do with me? Nothing. Prepare for the worst. Why? Somebody's lying to you. Worst don't have shit to do with me, and I suppose you might want to put these things in your own brain. I don't care how many problems you get or got. It gonna start there. Worst and problems ain't got nothing to do with you, and you better stop preparing for them. You better start preparing for all the good things that's gonna happen for you. Prepare your table for that. So when that manifests, you get it? You understand why it did. And so this is just deep level wisdom. Try to grasp it. Take the wisdom and apply it. Of course, I have breathing exercises, meaning you have 4 directions of breathing. When you're dealing with wise solace, so my teachings is completely different than anything you've ever heard, but I use real life reference so that you guys know it's that superior knowledge. No pun to no one else. I just got to call it what it is. And so you got 4 directions of breathing. North, south, east, west are up, down, of course, left and right. If some of you guys take a moment right now and turn your head all the way to the left side where your chin is almost touching your shoulder and you breathe, you will see one nostril become loose. If you turn it the other way to where it's almost touching your shoulder or is, and breathe in deep, you will feel the other nostril becoming loose. If you pull down on the Adam's apple slightly and lift the head up, this is north, you will notice the throat and nose clear out. And so, of course, you got breathing down as well. That's for something else, but this is your 4 directions of breath. Of course, there's more, but just take that. And some of y'all may have tried what I just said, and so you get it. Like, okay, yeah, that do something. And so you sit and do your breathing for a time. You'll see a big difference in self. You'll see a big control over self. If you tried what I just said just now and it did something for you, let me know. Meaning if it cleared out your nose, let me know. You also have other pressure points around the neck and the back of the head that you sometimes have to press because we get a little backed up. Meaning the mind or the brain gets mushy and slushy like. And so in that, sometimes you got to apply a little pressure to loosen them waters up in the brain, get things flowing again. But you need to know the pressure points. You'll know them when you press them and you feel like your ventricles open up. And you got a third ventricle, fourth ventricle. These things align with the head, the eyes, the nose, the mouth. These things get cleared out. You can feel it. Like sinuses get good and you get it. It's the same with stretching. Orange Park Records said, yeah, I did. I felt something. So hopefully y'all grasp how important what I'm saying is. Meaning it's not just mumbo jumbo talk. It's things that I apply to self. It keeps you where you need to be. And so you have breathing, many different things that go with the conscious cleansing teachings that I have. I don't want you to think it's just like, sitting around talking about mind all day, but you grasping mind and then from there getting into the physical practices of it. It's important to stretch your limbs out, especially around the growing area in the foot area, because sickness is coming from the feet. Health is coming from the mind, so you have to always remember that. If you heard that before, someone stole that from me. I knew it was going to happen. I have a prior video where I said this, but sickness starts in the foot, works its way up. This is why when people get diabetes and things, they get their feet cut off. They have high sugar. Why the fuck are their feet getting cut off? Sickness starts in the foot. It's going to always be a matter of them feet or the legs going bad. And so you want to keep the feet and the growing area stretched. Meaning a lot of you guys don't realize it. You say, man, I can't do a split, man. That joint hurt my... It is not because you are out of shape that you can't do the split. It is because there's so much mucus there. You get it? It's so much mind there that has clumped up. Meaning mind is like airs. It manifests a substance. That substance has become mucus. Thick waters. This is why you can't stretch there. If you can loosen the waters there, the legs will just flow straight out easily, like a baby. Baby has nothing but fresh waters within. No salty waters, no mucuses, just fresh water. In that every limb is limbo. We lose our limbleness when the body gets tight. The body gets tight when we become thick inside, like mucusy. So these things is important. Your stretching is important in regards to your health. I'm not saying you work out like a meathead, but I'm speaking of the stretching, expanding the self. This is important in regards to your health and you being cleansed out. Some of you guys know you work out sometimes and you do certain stretches and then your nose be running, you're loosening your waters. So there's many things I have to show you guys. Physical things, stretches. I have a few videos up where I show y'all little things like 90-degree stretching, but it goes deep. Your indigenous stance. This is a matter of, like I said, stretching and bending the ankles and the feet is important in regards to health. And you can do that indigenous stance, so you good on health. I'm gonna show y'all what I mean. Hopefully y'all can catch the whole foot. But when you can kneel down like that without having to raise your heels, So now you know your heel bones is very flexible. It's like I said, sickness starts in the feet. So, of course, y'all know the ancestors, indigenous people, very healthy people. As soon as we come into contact with them motherfuckers get sick and die because they are purely healthy. And so, you see how they stand. The same way you just seen me standing. Meaning their legs are always used, their limbs are limber, they stretch. Just naturally from their lifestyle. And so my teachings got to do with these things. Meaning I fall along the lines of those that believe they are descendants of the indigenous people of the land. These be those that teach the different native tribes and things. So I fall under those orders. But of course, I go deeper than that. Meaning, I go before the tribes, I go back to the indigenous people. Tribes is a part of civilization, but there's a before that. When you have tribes, so you already know white man is in the mix. Tribes is a part of his creation. This is when the land has already been colonized, so you have different tribes. Indigenous men don't have tribes, they just have family. In fact, all they can do is breed with their own family. Once they do outside of the family, they die. They have birthing problems. Same way as if y'all have sex with y'all family, then y'all have birthing problems. They're reversed. So, like I said, there's many different layers of wisdom that comes with my teachings, but you'll be good to go once you get it. Yeah, like I said, some of the things I say most of you guys have never heard before, but I use real life reference. So you know, like, hold on, that has to be right because you're using a reference that I've experienced. So it's pretty simple. And so when you're dealing with indigenous people, a lot of y'all have confusions on that. Y'all think indigenous people and Native American tribes is the same thing. They're not. Native American tribes are the descendants of indigenous people, those who have mixed in with the colonizers. So Native Americans are truly half indigenous, half, colonizer. When you're dealing with black people, most black people do not come from a Native American tribe. They just flat out pygmies. This is what indigenous people were called. Meaning most of y'all that's black, get hold of you, they'll kill your ass for your blood because you're indigenous. You really don't have any blood type that they're telling you. You don't fit in the ABO. They just say that. Yo ass indigenous blood type. And that shit got the hella medicines in it. And so like I said, they'll kill your ass. And that'll be that. And so when you're dealing with a lot of black people, most of us are just flat out indigenous man that just mixed and merged in with the tribe at some point when they took up all the goddamn space. In America, you don't have much forest left, so as they're colonizing these areas, they're taking up the space from the indigenous people. Some of these people are joining into the cities. Think like Brazil. They're not Brazil, but they're colonizing the Amazon. And so the indigenous people over there, they're going into Brazil, Mexico. They're coming here. So you have to grasp, they're going to fall into a nationality. In the past, you still had a lot of tribes, so like that. Except some of them was falling into tribes and some was falling into the Babylon, which would have been the plantations at that time in that system, where you live on the plantation and you eat and live and basically get paid from those works. Of course, plantation is spread it out to something bigger, meaning y'all still go to work and work on a plantation. Plantation's just like a whole city now. It's not just a house in the area. It's like a whole city. The house is like City Hall. Like, it's like deep. But hopefully you guys grasp. Like I said, my wisdom is unique, but it's straight solid truth. Undeniable, truly undebatable if you're listening. And it's just the truth. And so try to grasp, be balanced. The more balanced you are, you can grasp. If you would like to give back, you can do so by clicking the description arrow next to the title. It has my links and things there. If you want to join the channel and become a member, I post private things up sometimes. You can click that as well. Of course, I got the deep magazines, the dope shirts. Like I said, I have the magazines, deep knowledge in them, like I was just breaking down. I have t-shirts, feather up t-shirts. Like I said, I'm on that indigenous time. So the feather's a deep thing, and the knowledge that goes with the feather. This goes back to ancient Egypt. The feather, that is. Yerihor, Osiris, these deities. You have to do with the feather. Like I said, a feather's an important thing. This is why Native Americans wore them. Like I said, feathers are important, especially when you're dealing with the ancients, especially when you have a certain level of understanding. A feather's a deep thing. And so I have the feather t-shirts as well as these. You can visit wildservant.org. You can Google upscale knowledge. Whatever you choose. Okay, I see some of you guys tried and y'all nostrils opened up. Of course, in person I can show y'all better. It's a certain way you have to understand your points, so that when you're turning your neck, you're doing it a certain way where you get it. But even if you don't know what you're doing, you're still gonna clear it out some. So it's the same with the arms, legs. Different stretches will clear out certain parts of the self. Get the eyes to watering and things like this from certain stretches. You may need your eyes to water. They may start to get dry. So stretchings and things like this controls that. Breathing as well. Peace and wisdom, Shania Rodriguez. Mocha Hantis Beauty. Salam, shalom, love. Like I said, I'm really willing to include some of you guys into the show. I just have to buy some land. I can do that in like a day. That's nothing. We can teach from there. Y'all can go home when we done. Y'all can go home after the video, if y'all choose. But put your service in for the day. It's time for Usi to eat. I'm starving. Have a taste for baked beans. Some of you guys like pork and beans, but you don't eat pork. Let me help you guys out. Beans ain't meat. There's no such thing as pork and beans. There's just products that lie. They say, like, this is pork. You see how they put pork and beans? Because beans ain't pork. So maybe they'll throw like one little piece of a fake imitation piece of a bacon inside of a can of pork and beans, so that they can say, no, it is pork and beans. Look, there's one piece of fake pork we put in there. So some of you guys get pork and beans. It has like a piece of pork in it. That's not real pork. That's just some fake shit, man. That's just fake ass meat, and you already knew that. And so everything else in that can, just fucking beans with tomato sauce on it. If you like pork and beans, it's healthy for you. Eat it. Again, all you eating is beans with tomato sauce on it. And a piece of fucking, probably a piece of pork, a piece of a fake piece of bacon in it. And so it's a deep thing, try to grasp. Now, me, myself, I don't like pork and beans because I don't like tomato sauce. When you're dealing with baked beans, they kind of use, meaning baked beans and pork and beans is the same beans. The pork and beans is just using more tomato sauce, and they might throw a piece of pork in it. And get it? Fake piece, but when you're dealing with baked beans, so baked beans is kind of using more like barbecue sauce and different kinds of sauces instead of tomato sauce. That's why pork and beans in the can look like reddish, and baked beans is like thick and dark brown and a different sauce. The point I'm making is if you like beans, beans is beans. They have nothing to do with meat. It doesn't matter if the can says that. You just take whatever little piece of stupid fake pork or meat they put in it out, and you eat the rest. Good healthy beans. A lot of us need beans. Black people lacking on green peas. This is something that we used to eat a lot in the past. I mean, you used to catch black people in the past eating green pea soup. Black men in the past was healthy. When I say black man, I'm talking mankind. Black man was healthy. This woman included. But this is back in the past where grandma make you some green pea soup. You don't even like it, but she make you eat it. You start to like it. You say, this shit ain't that bad. It's alright. So, some of y'all my age, you ate green pea soup when you was a youngster. Grandmas made you eat that thing. You started liking it a little bit. Now, think of your kids. Have they ever tasted green pea soup? My daughter's almost 20. I don't think she's ever had green pea soup. And so you get my point? A lot of the green foods that our grandmothers made us eat, we don't. When I was growing up, grandmas and them, even my dukes, they tell you, you better put some greens on that plate or don't take nothing else. You get it? Meaning you're not going to eat nothing on the goddamn plate unless you eating the greens too. If you try to just eat the meat and the other shit, you going to sit at this table looking fucking stupid until you eat them vegetables too. Some of y'all had that problem as a kid. You eat the meat and everything else and try to leave the vegetables and be like, I'm done. And then your mama say you keep your ass there till you eat them. I ain't playing with you. And so, you get my point? There was a thing called balance in the past. You're going to eat your greens. Like I said, you're going to eat your greens. You're going to drink your milk. You're going to get everything you need. In today times, y'all got milk is not healthy. Milk is the most healthiest food in life. It's so healthy, babies get it. Like, nigga said the purest food in life that has no association with death. They want to label that as bad. All food y'all can think of, there's a level of killing. If you're eating vegetation or fruit, you're plucking it from its source, which is the tree of the stem. From that moment, that fruit is dead. You killed it early. That part. We don't view it like that, but that's fine. That's the reality of it. You just killed the living thing. Same with hunting the animal. You killing it. Any food y'all can think of, it has to do with you killing it and you eating it. When you're dealing with milk, this is coming from the titty. No one died. It sustains a baby. It will sustain a grown man. Shit like manna from heaven, blood. Like I said, ain't a soul had to die for that. A man in the daytime want to curse that and say milk ain't good for you. Then want to wonder why he lacking vitamin D. That part. I know some of y'all gonna say, milk that they have in the store is fake though. That's all you got access to for now. It's still better than the non-vitamin D that you get. When you get to a point where you know how to process milk and you go ahead and squeeze your wife titties and get some milk out of thing, do that. Buy some goddamn goats and milk them bitches all cow. When you get to a level where you know how that work and how to process it over, because you don't want to just drink it straight like that. That's disgusting. Until you get to that point, you buy your ass some milk, you eat you some Captain Crunch, some Cinnamon Toast Crunch, all that shit. All you used to do as a kid, before niggas started making up stupid, dumb rules, you still do that. That's when you was healthy and good and happy. You're disturbed now. It's because of your diet and all the lies around diet and man exploiting diet so he can make money for himself. You're lost in that. No one specific. I'm just speaking in general. And so take what I'm saying and apply it. It's a deep thing. Please give back when y'all get a chance. This is my works. Very important works, that is. And so, yeah, I got some green peas up in the cabinet. I was going to make that tonight with some baked potatoes. Put some butter on that thing, some gravy on that thing, and get right. I'll probably make some chicken. Me, I like to fry my chicken and then grease it down in the honey. Real honey. The honey is healthy. Sometimes I just take a tablespoon of honey in the morning. I'll tell you guys about it when y'all get one-on-ones, but I do these types of things. So I might eat that tonight. Baked chicken or fried chicken. If I fry it so it's getting drowned in honey. It makes it thick and gooey, but it's good. If you never had fried chicken with honey on it, try it. Just put a little bit of honey on a part of it and bite it. You're never gonna eat it without honey again. And so it's a deep thing. Try it and grasp. There's no such thing as healthy food or unhealthy food. There's a such thing as overindulging in anything, and this is when it becomes unhealthy. There's nothing wrong with you eating fried chicken. You don't have to eat a 10-piece, though. You get it? 4 will do, 5 will do. Some of y'all say, man, that ain't enough. It is enough. It's enough for you to not be hungry, but you're greedy. So you want to eat to the point where you're like, oh, I'm gonna take my shoes off, my feet hurt. Y'all know y'all like fat and greedy after y'all eat. Even if you skinny, you're like fat. You're like a fat, greedy person. You're like, oh, my legs hurt. I don't take me a nap. You sound fat. Like, you breathe fat. Skinny as fuck, but you breathe fat. I'm tired. I need to take my shoes off because the food was so good. Y'all look crazy. Like I said, mankind is cute. If you're not disturbed in your spirit, you can get a good laugh out of them. Basically just greedy. And they know it though. They don't care. Like, they work it out. Oh, you greedy. I'll figure this thing out. Maybe I'll fast. Like, y'all know how y'all get done. It's deep. Keep up the good work. Keep pulling for balance. You'll get it one day. Then all will be well. It's a deep thing. Peace and wisdom, Michael Gorham. I'm gonna let you go, champ. This is not the Disturbed channel. Hopefully you enjoy your day, though. Now, if any of you guys have any questions, y'all can ask. I'm about to slide out. My eyes are getting a little dried out here. I truly sat out here at the wrong time. Meaning I'm supposed to be coming out here now. This is when the sun is setting, so this is when it's lower in energy. You want to catch the sun when it's rising and when it's setting. The times outside of that is really powerful. It can disturb you, drain you out. It's like overcharging your phone. It'll make it like die. So this is like y'all wait, y'all go to sleep, y'all get charged up, then y'all come out, then the sun is like recharging you. Meaning unconscious sleep is just like sunlight. But y'all don't get to experience it because y'all will die. So y'all just taking the energy of it, you know? Then y'all wake up. This is when y'all light is on. Meaning y'all got all the light y'all needed. Then y'all wake up, the sun goes to full noon. This is the pinnacles of its energy, and it burns y'all out. Because y'all already charged. And so, life is simple understanding. You are the sun inside of your vessel. Rising, setting, flame. You know the source of the vessel, the source of the world that your vessel is, to the smaller levels of life in it. And so, as above, so below. When you see the sun, you see self, soul of self. Meaning all souls are lights, and these souls go out. You need a reference? Your mind. You wake up, become conscious, and you go unconscious. That's on and off. Again, the mind's is lights, flames. They go on and off. This is why man thinks, souls are eternal. He doesn't understand that a soul can go off and never come back on again. The same way a light can. It is through the grace of the greatness that a soul turns back on. Meaning it's through the grace of the greatness that y'all wake up out of y'all unconscious sleep. This is y'all light being turned on. Y'all have no control over that part. It's just a blessing. It happens every day. You never say thank you. So some souls have to learn that they can be turned off for good. So they learn a simple thing called thanks. Appreciation. It's how you keep things renewed and fresh. Otherwise, things will wither away when people lose appreciation. So this is why life is all fucked up the way it is now, when y'all are suffering and barely have enough to where we have to eat and have fake shit. It's because man has lost his appreciation for a seed in soil. So now he doesn't have any. He has to eat fake shit. It's a deep thing, trying grass. Big Usil, humble wise servant. Salam, shalom.